These days, if you want to sell a sporty wagon to an American driver, you first got to dress it up in a little SUV drag. That's a lesson that Subaru learned years ago, and one that Volkswagen's only just starting to understand with its Subie Slayer. It's the 2017 Volkswagen Golf Alltrack. So you take a reasonably sporty wagon, raise the ride height by a bit, add some body cladding and roof rails, maybe make all-wheel drive standard and charge a little bit more for the whole affair, and the active lifestyle types will come running. That's why all of my friends who wrinkle their nose at wagons and hatchbacks like Subaru's Impreza keep coming to me telling me how interested they are in Subaru's cute little Crosstrek SUV. It's the same car. And so, the vehicle, formerly known as the Jetta SportWagen, has become the Golf Alltrack after an iteration or two, and Volkswagen will probably sell quite a few more of them as a result. Now, the changes from SportWagen to Alltrack start with an increase in ride height of 0.6 inches, bringing the overall ground clearance to 6.9 inches. Now, that's not a whole lot of lift, but the body cladding makes it look like a bit more, and I think a lot of people are really just interested in the image. They've also made the 4-motion all-wheel drive system standard, which is technically an all-time all-wheel drive system because its default split is 90 to the front and 10% power to the rear. However, if it detects slip or if you put it in its off-road program with the drive selector here, you can get up to a 50-50 split of torque front to rear. Now under the hood, we've got the same 1.8 liter turbo making 170 horsepower and 199 pound-feet of torque. That's the same engine that you'll find in pretty much every base model Golf of this generation. And it's a pretty good engine with really good power. And it's mated here with a 6-speed dual clutch automatic transmission or an optional 6-speed manual. Now the tech is also something that's borrowed from the rest of the Golf lineup, and there's not a whole lot to talk about in this base S model here, but with standard Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, this base system is better than a lot of its competition's upgraded systems. We'll talk more about that in a separate video. On the road, the Golf Alltrack doesn't lose a step in the transition to the taller ride height. It still feels as fun to drive as the standard Golf SportWagen. The turbocharged engine has a really good responsive throttle feel, and the steering has an excellent feel to it. Now the off-road performance didn't really impress me. I find that it's a pretty good trail car, but not much more than that. It'll get you down that rutted dirt road towards your favorite beach or maybe up a snowy slope to your favorite skiing spot, but I wouldn't really do much more off-roading than that. Now relative to its natural enemy, the Subaru Crosstrek, the Golf actually comes out looking pretty good. It's got better power, better tech, and it's a lot more fun to drive on the road, even though I think the Subaru has a bit of an off-road advantage. However, Subaru did just unveil a new generation Crosstrek that I think might level the playing field, so that'll be interesting to watch. The 2017 Volkswagen Golf Alltrack is available in S, SE, and SEL trim levels ranging from around $31,000 to $33,000 before options, and it's a cruise missile aimed squarely at Subaru's surfboard and mountain biking set. Should Subaru be scared? Well, maybe not. The newly unveiled Crosstrek looks like a more than worthy adversary for this one right here, but we won't know for sure until we can pit that new Crosstrek head-to-head with the Alltrack. Until then, Subaru's definitely going to want to keep a close eye on the Germans, and so should you.